So today I'm very happy to be talking to Daniel Bort. I hope I said it right.
It's very easy. It's only 4 words.
Bort. Bort in Portuguese. And CEO, co-founder at HappiTV, which I was happy to find out about. And I was well surprised by HappiTV because I'm an entertainment journalist and I was not aware of its existence until this moment. And I think so everybody can benefit from getting to know a little bit about the HappiTV. I'm actually going to read about HappiTV here on the HappiTV website, which is HappiTV. HappiTV with an I, is the streaming service made by and for members of the LGBTQ plus community. We are powered by an expansive and wide-reaching collection of queer cinema and TV series options tailored to the discerning, sophisticated consumer. I just love the description, and I find that this is not only a great addition, it's like it's a one of a kind, it's a unique. So please tell us, Daniel, how HappiTV was created. How did this very important niche came to life?
Oh, absolutely. I've been in the international distribution business for film for about 18 years. So my job is to know where the movies are and where the movies go, because that's part of the business. But I also, when I started my career 20-something years ago, I entered the queer space. I was working for a queer publication called LGMY in New York, and I became the co-publisher and the advertising director of that magazine. So I knew about the queer business, and I knew about the film business. So when a friend of mine presented me the opportunity to create an OTT, an over-the-top service, you have to think what will be your specialty, or what will be the generation, the thing that you need to do about the service, what the service will be about. And I said, well, I mean, I do know about queer business and I do know about queer film, so let's put it together. And that's how it came out. That's how it came about.
So I love the idea that I was reading a little bit about how it was created, because it's pretty recent, and how you were speaking about the idea with a lot of people and everybody was going, yes, fantastic idea, fantastic project. And in the end, you just had to do it all by yourself. Of course, now you have your own people that came aboard. But
a lot of Brazilians, with the help of a lot of Brazilians, I must say. I've had 3 staff members that are Brazilians, and then actually the latest one is right after this. So so believe it or not, there's a lot of Brazilian influence in this business, and I have I think I have like 2 or 3 movies that are Brazilian as well. So so we also have and we're also planning to expand into Brazil as soon as we are able to be able to pay for dubbing or the subtitling of the movies, which is quite expensive as well.
Yeah, I wanted to also get into that. How is it? Tell us a little bit about the numbers that you have up to now. Like, how many subscribers do you have by now? I know that it's up to now is free, so everyone can just sign up and you have access to the content. But how many people do you have already there?
We had about 30,000 registrations. And even though we have a subscription service, we're not pushing for it. We're just letting it grow naturally and organically. We are focusing more on the advertising video on demand business at the moment. So that's what we've been focusing on growing. So we've got about 30,000 right now, but we're growing by leaps and bounds. Every month, the growth rate is bigger than before. So we're very excited about what this business can take us.
And tell us more about the catalog. How many titles do you have? Because I see you have all sorts of content. You have documentaries, shorts, romance, suspense, just like anything you can think of.
Well, exactly, because queer cinema could be pretty much about anything. I mean, it could be a queer comedy, it could be a queer suspense thriller, or it could be queer reality TV. So we have a little bit of everything in the site. We have about 350 hours of content right now, but we're continuing expanding every week. And we're thinking that within a year, we could actually get between 500 and 700 hours of yeah. So that's a significant amount that gives us a lot of leeway to work with. And we're also very excited to know the new content out there, and we would love to partner with as many content creators as we possibly can.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you, because you do also have some, I'm seeing here, created content. What is that? Who are these people? Who are the ones that you're partnering with?
Well, when we thought about this site, we wanted to give it a sense of purpose, and we wanted to give it a sense of belonging. What we're building here is a community of creators, audiences, and brands. Also, we are very welcoming of all the brands that are looking to expose themselves to the LGBTQ market, and we will, and we think it's a very important part of the equation as well, because we want to create a space where everybody's safe and everybody feels that they belong. So one of the issues that we created, that we decided for that, was to expose and make it all about the content creators that are making these movies. So we feature them very, very prominently in the site. And we also link their work to what they're doing. So we're given, so people are able to get to know them with the picture, the bio, and everything else that they can think of, so they can explore other works that they've done and get to know them better. So that's one of our goals, most important goals that we have created. I don't think too many sites are doing that, actually. Yeah. So,
well, it's a great also, sorry to interrupt. It's just that I was thinking that it's a great way of showing that these artists are not just channeling into the LGBTQ community, even though they are part of it, and even though they are creating the content, meaning that, you know, we're also part of a bigger picture of the entertainment as well. But also at the same time, we do have this safe space. So it's a great thing for both sides, right?
Exactly. We do believe that queer representation matters. So we want to highlight the work of the out and proud creators that are out there exposing their work, because there's still a lot of places out there where this type of visibility is not fully, it doesn't happen. So our site is worldwide. We can we are turned on in all 200 countries around the world. So in a way, we are trying to build a community that is not only for the countries where it is acceptable to be LGBTQ, but also for the countries that aren't as well. So I think that's a very important mission for us.
Which would be those countries? Which would be the
Saudi Arabia,
coveted?
All the Middle East, Russia in particular. You know, Russia's awful on LGBTQ rights.
I'd imagine.
A lot of parts of Africa is a well-kept secret that yeah, and even in our own countries. I don't know if you know this, but I'm Venezuelan. My family's from Spain, but I was born in Venezuela, so I consider myself South American just as well. And I love Brazil very much. I've been there many times. I've done business with Brazil for a long time, and even in Brazil, there's still a lot of homophobia, internalized homophobia out there that we're trying to create an antidote for. We're trying to through our visibility, we're breaking the barriers that we're going through.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons I think it's a great, not only just a pioneer in the business, you know, editorial, content, development and all, but also kind of really just breaking those barriers, because sometimes I also wonder who the audience is, because so many people can just relate to the LGBTQ community, just not really just by supporting it as well, and having interest in what's being done by those artists.
Well, there's a funny factor. I mean, we welcome everybody. I mean, like, you don't have to be a member of the LGBTQ community to actually enjoy their films, of course. But we also believe that the strongest base are people are going to watch us as are part of the community, of course. But there's a well-known fact that the community is growing by leaps and bounds because of the people that identify themselves as LGBTQ. Our grandparents, what in America called the baby boomers, there was, I think it was a 7% acceptance or identification as LGBTQ. My generation, the Gen X's, I think it's about 13, 14, but then the millennials jumped to 20 something, and the Gen Zs are almost into 30. So,
wow.
So what means is that since the barriers are broken, not only it's also cool to become part of LGBTQ, they also believe that people are feeling much more freer to express themselves in a way that is acceptable to everybody. So this gives us better representation.
Yeah, just a great moment to have HappiTV, I guess.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the plans? I see, because how long has it been happening? Because I saw that at first you were an app. Now we have the site. What are the differences in the way that it was first created? What changes in that matter?
Well, we've been up and running since July 2021. So that makes us what, 9-10 months?
Less than a year.
Less than a year, yes. And we are three things. We are an app. You can find us on Android, iPhone, but also on Roku. I don't know if Brazil has Roku or Fire TV.
Roku. Yeah.
Okay, so the app.
I think we do have Roku. Don't know now.
Right. But if you look at the apps on the phones, you can find it. And in your television, there are several television systems where we can be found. But also, if you go to HappiTV.com, you can enjoy exactly the same that we have in the app. It's on the site. In addition to that, we have a third way of watching, which is through linear channels. Linear channels are the traditional channels that we used to have, where there was a grid and there was programming previously chosen for us. And believe it or not, these channels are very popular everywhere. People still watch television, just like turn on the television and let's see what's on.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we're not into the pay TV or the official channels, but there's a lot of new systems out there that are creating linear channels for us to be, and I believe we are in 13, and we probably going to be plus 20 systems by the end of the year. So the systems are the TCL, the brand television brand TCL has their own linear channel system. Roku channel is there. Huawei, Xiaomi, Season are brands that carry us. Strum, Select TV, Freebie TV, Rad. I'm quoting by heart. I think I know them all, but Streamium, and a couple more. But yeah.
Wow, so that's fantastic.
We're there.
Just absolutely. And I was thinking here while you were mentioning all the possibilities and everywhere where we can get Happy. And I was HappiTV, which by the way is a great name, right? I guess you hear that a lot because it's just but well, I was just thinking,
it's a very gay name.
It's a great name. Yeah.
No, it's a very gay name too.
Oh, get very gay too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very happy.
I was just thinking here that the way that you've been growing exponentially, like I thought maybe you had started in 2020, but that's, like we said, in less than a year, you already have all this going.
We did start in 2020, but we did a beta testing first, and then we tweaked things out. So we did start in 2020 as a beta model, but then we launched in July.
Yeah, but with the subscriptions and all,
right?
Like with the people signing up. And then I was just thinking that because I was reading a little bit about you, I know that I did read that you came from Venezuela, and that you were an actor as well. That this is probably how you started, or
3 lifetimes ago.
Yeah, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Like, when you were an actor and you were on television and you were doing things, when would you ever think that there would be a moment where the LGBTQ community, which is something that probably at that moment wasn't even it wasn't talked about in this way, you know, would have its own space, and where you would be talking to creators and to audiences that would be interested in this? Just trying to think of a timeline, you know.
That's a very interesting question, and I'm going to give you the answer to that question. Many lifetimes ago, because I'm very, very old, when I was doing television, which was between 1987 and 1994, none of this would have
not too long ago.
No, that's only 40 years ago. None of this would have been possible, okay? Because it was a completely different set of time. It was a different time, okay? And also for me, as my evolution as a person, I don't think I was able to be able to have that kind of representation and be part of it, because I was not ready for it. It only took me to when I went to New York and in 1995, and I saw the first Pride celebration and parade, that got me thinking, oh wow, this is a movement. This is different. This is important. That's why we believe that the representation and the presence and the visibility is so important. And that's what we create in HappiTV.
I love it. Let me know, what are your expectations for
money with this thing, finally.
Of course.
Yeah.
How much money?
I don't know. The sky's the limit, but I'm gonna tell you something. For the people that are, this is not an easy business. It's
in which sense? You mean
I mean, there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of elbow pushing, and there's a lot of creation. I mean, like every other business, it takes a while to actually establish themselves. But I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to say, "Oh, wow, this is so beautiful." No, it takes a lot of work, and also new ideas take a little while to solidify and be present. Okay, so we're in the process of becoming a worldwide brand. And if we create and the jury's out. I mean, like, we don't know whether we're going to be successful in creating a brand that is going to be universally recognized. Nobody has done it so far.
Well, you get the pioneership, you know, that's already on you. You're pioneers already.
Well, okay. We have several people that tried to do it before on pay TV. There was a couple of networks that the studios created. One was called Logo, and the other one was called Here TV. Those two still exist, and they're in. I mean, I'm not going to comment on other people's business, but I don't think the goals that they created were met. Okay, so we still have the jury out. I mean, we still have to make this a business that everybody cares about, and that's the challenge. The challenge is to create the business that is going to take flight and is going to have long legs, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're trying to create.
Yeah. Well, and also you're running now on ad revenue, so that is also a great challenge because, as you said, you need to have brands embarking and coming on board with you. So that is really
They're coming. They're coming.
yeah.
We're
Well,
talking to them.
I bet you will find the right partners,
No, we're
of course.
finding them. And we're going to do fabulous business with them. Because a lot of the brands out there are really looking for diversity and inclusion businesses that are safe for their brands, and we are very, very safe. I mean, we are not. Our brand is even though we are a gay brand, and in some places that could be considered dangerous or morally wrong by certain people. For the brands, we're very safe. So I think we're going to do a lot of business with the brands.
And I wish you guys all the luck. I'm sure, I hope we can talk in a few months or, just realize how, as the time goes by, that you've done a great job, and just wish you all the best.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to talking to you again too. Okay,
so if you're a creator and you do want to have your work on HappiTV, how would that work? How do you curate the content that you're putting in there?
Well, that's very easy for us. To reach out to us, all you need to do is to go to our website. I repeat it: HappiTV, happy-tv.com, HAPPI-TV.com. There's a content submission page there that you can actually get in touch with us, and we'll reply right away. Actually, I'm going to give you a little secret. It comes to me, so I'm going to reply to you. Don't worry about it.
That's great.
We are mostly working with created content already. We're not developing at the moment, just because we're very new and we're still growing. We're not Netflix that would have billions of dollars to create the content. However, we have several plans to work with original content that we're putting together. In fact, my flagship show is waiting for me to call him back. I'm just gonna have to wait because I'm here. But in the meantime, if you talk about the criteria for selection, that's also very important. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I mean, like, I've seen things that are horrible. I mean, like they're not even like professional. Okay, and just because they're LGBTQ, we don't put them there. Okay, so that we draw a line there. But if the show has production values that are adequate, and there's a storyline or there's an intent, we would love to have it. You see what I mean? I mean, I'm not here trying to say a word about equality. I'm here to try to expose the work of the creators and put it out there. Obviously, there's going to be shows that are better than the other ones, and we do have shows that are I would not watch it. But I try to give a and I'm probably speaking too much. Actually, I should not be saying all this, but the point that I'm trying to make is we are very inclusive, and we believe that we want to give a space to all those queer creators out there that are doing phenomenal work. Okay, and most of the time the work is phenomenal, and that's what we care about.
I see. I hear you. Of course. I mean, like, as a streaming service, you do worry about the quality of the content.
I have seen people screaming and yelling and doing like this, and I have said no to that content. I mean, like, yes, I have said that. So here, getting intimate with you on the things that I've seen. I've seen crazy stuff. But I've seen fantastic, phenomenal stuff, and they're all in the site. I don't want to mention or single out any one of the shows, but I love the content that we have on the site. The content is very good, and you should check it out.